Hi there, it's Devin and of course Archer, and today we're going to be working on your core. Now your core doesn't just mean we're working on your abs today. Nope, that's everything in between your shoulders and your knees, so the core of your body. And what this will do, this will help to stabilize your hips, so we're not just going to be doing crunches. We're going to be doing things that kind of alters your hip position. Okay, we're going to be working on your quads. We're going to be working on your chest, we're going to be working on your back, and we're going to be working on your butt as well. So we're going to have some fun. The only equipment that you're going to need today is a mat to lie on. If you don't have a mat, carpet works. Just something basically that will protect your backbone from the hardwood floor if that's what you have. Now, if you do have a hardwood floor, go ahead and grab 2 washcloths. You do need them to be separate because like I said, we're going to be altering your hip position, so each leg is going to need to be moving independently. You can also wear nice socks that slide around easily on the hardwood floor. If you don't have hardwood, that's fine. You can buy some furniture sliders at your local hardware store, or I'll show you some modifications that you can do during the workout where we would be using those sliders. So we're going to be starting off with a 30-second interval warm-up where we're going to be doing different types of planks. I'm also, before that, going to be showing you how to do a plank properly and how other exercises are done improperly and how to kind of keep in your mind how to do those correctly so you get the most out of them. So why don't we go ahead and get started. The first exercise I'm going to show you is going to be the plank. This is an exercise that is very commonly done incorrectly. So I'm going to show you how most people do it improperly, and then I'll show you how you can make the modifications at home. If you don't have a video, like I can watch my screen at home, then I would suggest maybe getting a mirror or at least someone else there that can tell you whether or not you're doing the form properly, because you can certainly put a lot of strain on your back in a plank if you do them improperly. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get on the elbows, okay? You want your elbows to be directly underneath your shoulders, so you don't want your elbows to be right out here. That puts a lot of strain on your shoulders. If you're looking to work your shoulders, this is fantastic, but right now we're just looking to do a basic plank. I'm in the modified plank position currently, okay? Notice how my butt's not sticking up in the air like this. This is improper. You want to lean forward. You want a pretty straight line from your shoulders down to your knees down there, okay? Now, to do a full plank, you're just going to put your toes down and you're going to lift up. Most people, when they do a plank, they stick their booty out. All right? We're not in a club. We don't need to stick your booty out. You want to tuck that butt under and you want to have a nice flat back. You will feel the difference in this because you'll certainly feel your abdominals really crunching hard. The other thing to think about is trying to pull your elbows towards your toes. Okay? This will make anybody shake as they're doing this exercise. You're squeezing your quads, you're squeezing your butt, and you're squeezing your abdominals. Very good. All right. The next exercise I'm going to show you is the side plank. Once again, you do not want your shoulder to stick way out. Okay? You want to get that shoulder up underneath you. Hands going to go on your hip. To the modified plank, you're going to have your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle, and you're going to have a straight line coming down to your knees. You don't want your butt to be behind you. You don't want to be able to see your knees. You want to squeeze your glutes, push through that hip, lift that hip up, and not be able to see those knees. Okay. To do a full plank, extend those feet out. Once again, straight line. You don't want to have your butt back. You don't want to have your hand down. You want everything stacked on top of each other. Another way you can do this is with that hand up. Okay, very good. All right, so our next exercise are going to be exercises where you're on your back, but you're extending your legs to the ground. So you want to be on your back, okay? You want to make sure that when you're on your back doesn't arch. So when dropping your legs down, I'll try and keep my arms out of the way so you can see. You want to make sure that your back stays flat on the ground the whole time, okay? If you're here, your abs aren't working quite as hard, okay? So you want to make sure those hips are rolled up underneath you, and you're legs down, keeping that back touching the floor, and come back up, okay? You do not want that back to arch and come off that floor. Now, if your back is arching too much, a couple modifications you can do. Place those hands underneath your hips, okay? And then try again. The other thing too is if you absolutely can't get your legs down to here without that back coming up, then go as far as you can without that back arching, and then come back up. For our warm-up today, we're going to be doing prone planks, which is the one I showed you earlier on your elbows, and also side planks. We'll be doing 30-second intervals, one right after the other, for 3 rounds. So why don't we go ahead and get started. All right, so you're going to be on your bows and toes, as we like to say. And I'm going to go ahead and get the timer started. Once again, make sure that your hips are tucked under. You don't want your back to flop like this, okay? Keep those abs nice and tight. If you need more support, take your feet wide. Less support, take your feet narrow. And we'll hold this 30 seconds, almost there. And we're going to go straight into a side plank after this. Very good. All right, once again, you don't want your hand down, okay? You want straight up. You should feel all through here. Hips working to keep you up. Feet can be stacked or staggered, whichever's more comfortable. All right. Once again, we're going to be going straight into another side plank after this for the other side. All right. Flip it around, side plank it out. Once again, pushing through those feet, really feeling your glutes and your hips helping you hold up. Also your side working. You don't want to sit into your shoulder like this. You want to push out and away. So everything's nice and strong, pushing you up away from that floor. I'm going to modify our plank a little bit to make it a little bit harder for our next round. All right. So, we're going to be doing dolphin planks. Okay? You're going to bring the butt up and down, and up and down. Good. Think about crunching your abdominals in as you're bringing your booty up, like someone's pulling you up towards the ceiling. Very good. Gonna go side plank. Once again, we're gonna make this harder by doing dips. Now, if either of these are too difficult, whether it be the planks, side planks, do that modified version that I showed you earlier. Good. Keep going. I really should start wearing shorts in these exercises. Good. Good. Keep it up. Once again, trying to keep that straight line in your body while doing these side planks. Very good. All right, going back to the plank again. We're going to punch forward. What you don't want to do is you don't want to lift those hips up. Okay, now if this is too difficult, then you lift a leg. Okay, once again, the wider your feet are, the easier this exercise gets. Good. Side plank. You're going to do a hip lift. So you're going to come up, lift that hip up. And other side. Now, if you need a break, longer than what we're getting, just hit pause, take a little breather, and get started again before your heart rate goes all the way back down. Whoop. Balance is kind of bad sometimes. All right, so that was your warm-up. Why don't we go ahead and get started with our exercises. So, our first exercise is going to be a double crunch to a V-up, and I'll show you how to do that right quick. You're going to be on your back, legs are going to be straight out in front of you, arms are going to be overhead. Double crunch, you're going to bend your knees and bring your hands to your feet while bringing your back off the ground like this. Okay, you want to be sitting up on your butt, and you want to control yourself back down. Okay, so this is the double crunch. Now, a V-up is everything stays straight, but it's a similar motion. You want to try and keep your knees straight, and you're going to try and touch your toes while coming up onto your bottom. Back down. I have terrible balance with this, but that comes with abdominal control. So to make these exercises easier, you can do a reverse crunch to a toe touch. Back down, reverse crunch, toe touch. Or you can just try and get up as high as you can for the V-up and for the double crunch. Once again, it comes with abdominal control. It comes with practice, so make sure you keep practicing that exercise. Okay, first exercise. First exercise is going to be a double crunch to a V-up. So you can see they're not very easy, but just keep trying to do whatever you can. Ooh. Everybody has to start somewhere. All right, 30-second break. While you're taking your break, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the next exercise is. And that's going to be the Russian twist bicycle. All right, so the Russian twist bicycle is combining the Russian twist with the bicycle. Hands are going to be lightly behind your head, and you're going to touch your knee with your elbow. All right, so a couple things you don't want to do when doing this exercise. You don't want to pull on your head, okay? And also, you don't want your knees to pop in, okay? You want everything to be nice and strong. Good. If that's too difficult for you to do, a couple modifications you can have. Keeping your feet, one foot on the ground as you twist, or just twisting, like in a real Russian twist, or feet off the ground and twisting. Okay, so those are your modifications. All right, we're gonna have 1 minute of the Russian twist bicycle. Very good. Once again, don't pull on your neck, don't crunch your neck, and keep your head up, and keep moving. Good. Fight the urge to fall back. flexors. We're working your abdominals. Doing all of it. Woo. Good. All right, and if it gets too much, you can always come down, do the modified one. After running a half marathon the other day, my quads are not liking this as much. All right, very good. Go ahead and take a 30-second break. For this exercise, you're gonna be on your back. You're gonna have your feet straight out in front of you. You're gonna crisscross on the way up. Okay, down, up, down, up. Very good. All right, now we'll go ahead and get started. All right, legs straight, crisscrossing up, down, up, down, keeping that back on the floor, back up. Okay, once again, crisscross, and up, and up. Good. Crisscross, up, and up. Trying to get those feet to touch the ceiling as you bring your hips up. Whoop, forgot to crisscross down. Up, and up. Good, crisscross up. Oh, good. Whew. And up, and up. Keep it up, you're almost there. Woo. Up, and up. Again, crisscross. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and finish out. Up, and up. Good, take a 30-second break. So for our next 3 exercises, we're gonna go ahead, I had to move my mat because of the room, but we're gonna go ahead and grab either the sliders or your socks, or like I have my handy dandy washcloths. Place those underneath your toes. Next exercise is gonna be a plank jack. You're gonna be in a plank position, and your feet are gonna come out and in. Okay, what I don't wanna see is this. You're not humping the floor, okay? Keeping those abs tight, trying to keep your upper body in the same position. Very good. Now, with this exercise, if you don't have sliders, then you're gonna just be on your toes, and you're going to jump in and out. And that's gonna be your exercise. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We have 1 minute. Once again, keeping your pelvis tucked under, pushing yourself away from the floor, keeping those abs nice and tight, not cheating and holding onto your hands, keeping your hands out. And keep that head up. These are all things I have to remind myself of all the time. Oh, halfway there. Keep going. Very good. All right, take a 30-second break. Whew. Yowzas. Now for your next exercise, we're going to be bringing your knee to the opposite elbow in a plank position. Once again, your toes are going to be on your sliders. And you're going to bring that knee to the outside of your elbow. So trying to cross your body over. I don't want to see this. Okay, keep those abs nice and tight. Crunch it in, back straight. Okay? Now, if you don't have sliders, then you're going to be in a plank position. You're just gonna pull that knee up. Okay? Once again, you're not doing this. Trying to stabilize those hips. Very good. Whew. All right, you're gonna be starting off in plank position. Okay? Pull that knee in. Once again, not letting that back arch. Keep it up. You take a break, you can. If you need to, if your wrists get to you, you can always use fists, okay? Or if you have a yoga block, you can put your hands on the sides of a yoga block. Whoop. Lost my slider. 10 more seconds. All right, so this exercise, you're gonna be in a plank position. You're gonna pull both your knees to your chest and then push them back out again. So hands on the mat. Here, forward, push back. Forward, push back, okay? If you don't have sliders, a couple different ways you can do this. You either pull them individually, almost like mountain climbers, or if you have the flexibility and the willpower, you can do the frog jump, which start in plank position, bring your feet to the outside, and then you jump back. Feet to the outside, back. Okay? I will not be doing that. I'll be doing double knees to chest for a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get into your plank position, and we'll begin. Bring those knees to your chest. To help strengthen your hands, you can always come up onto your fingertips. Make sure that when you're kicking back, you're not doing this, okay? You're gonna bring your knees in, try and land in a plank position. All right. 10 seconds. Good. Whew. All right. Very good. Next few exercises are going to help work your back. All right, so this next exercise is called the Superman. You're going to be flying like Superman. You're on your belly. Okay, head's going to be tucked under. You're going to lift your thighs and your arms off of the ground at the same time, working your glutes and working your back. You want to make sure that you're not just bending your knees, okay? So you want to come up, come back down. Come up, hold for a couple seconds, back down, okay? Now, if you have any back problems that should limit your back extension, then please, please, please be smart and don't do these exercises. What you can do instead, keep your head on the ground, squeeze your booty muscles, and lift you up. Okay? You can even just very lightly hold those arms out if you want to get a little bit of an arm workout as well. Okay? But please keep from overextending your back. If you're still not comfortable with the exercises, then just skip this one and we'll move to the next one. All right. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Once again, keeping that head down helps protect your neck. Get those thighs off the mat. Really squeeze in your booty muscles to help lift. Good job. Keep going. Arms out in front of you. Heads down. Good. We got 10 more seconds. Very good. All right, take a break. The next exercise we're going to do is a bridge. So, gonna be on your back. Pretty easy peasy. Gonna lift your butt up in the air, pushing those heels. Come back down to the ground. Push up. Squeeze your booty muscles. This is the basic form of a bridge. Helps your butt, helps your low back. Very good. All right, let's get started. Now, to make this harder than just lifting your booty up in the air, you're gonna hold that butt up and you're gonna march. Make sure that your hips are staying high in the air and that they're not dropping as you march, okay? So you don't want that twist. You want to keep them up nice and high. As this leg lifts, this butt works, okay? So you're squeezing here. Very good. Keep those abs nice and tight to help stabilize as well. Very good. I like to keep my hands on my hip bones so I can feel better if they are moving. Because if you don't have them, then you have to rely on your sight more than anything. Good. Keep the hips up high. Keep squeezing through those butt muscles. Whew. Very good. All right. And that is your workout for today. I hope you had as much fun as I did.